Welcome back, everyone, and get ready for another new episode of the New Motorcycle Riders Podcast. Today we're going to dive deep into all things motorcycle related with a very informative topic today. But before we start, hit that subscribe and notification button to stay on top of our latest podcast topics and discussions. We upload new podcasts weekly, and it doesn't cost you anything to join in. Plus, it really helps help us to reach out to help more motorcyclists. Also, if you have a motorcycle-related topic you would like to hear discussed on our podcast, please send me a message to andrew@newmotorcycleriders.com, and let's make that happen. Again, thank you for joining us on our podcast, and please leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to check out our new book, New Motorcycle Riders, Motorcycling for Beginners. It's available at Amazon and major bookstores. Now, I recently spoke to someone that asked me, which side should they mount or dismount their motorcycle on, or does it even matter? Sometimes there are no right answers, just personal preferences. If you ask this question 100 times, you might get 100 different answers. In this situation, I find it best just to say what my preference is and to give you my logic behind it. I tell people all the time, if someone is willing to offer you advice, ask them to give the reason behind it. Some people just like to run off at the mouth and have no idea or explanation behind the advice that they just gave you. Some of these people don't even follow the advice that they are giving you. Any advice that is worth giving is worth doing. Those are not the people whose advice you want to take. Any advice I give is what I do personally. Now, for myself, I prefer to mount my motorcycle on the right and dismount on the left. Now I'm going to tell you why I prefer to do it this way. If I mount my motorcycle on the right, with my right foot on the ground, not on the foot peg or floorboard, I am throwing my left leg over the motorcycle to get on. Should my left leg not clear the seat, backrest, or sissy bar, I will not knock over my motorcycle accidentally. I've seen people mount on the left and tip their motorcycle over because their right leg didn't clear and it tipped the motorcycle over to the right, opposite of the kickstand. Now, for dismounting, I choose the opposite approach. With my left foot on the ground, I proceed to throw my right leg over the motorcycle to the left. Should my right leg catch something on the motorcycle, it will not tip it over because it is on the kickstand. Now, I use the same technique for passengers getting on and off my motorcycle. I know some people don't, but I prefer for my passengers to get on when the motorcycle is on the kickstand. This eliminates the passenger throwing me off balance and we both go over. Now, whatever way you choose or whoever's advice you choose to take, just make sure they can explain the logic behind it and that their techniques will work for you. The technique you choose may depend on you and your personal capabilities. Well, that's going to do it for today's podcast, folks. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. Please leave a comment below about the episode and or anything you thought I may have missed that you would like to add to. Maybe there's something more that you can add to this or share your perspective on it. Also, contact me at andrew@newmotorcycleriders.com if there's something in particular you would like to hear discussed on our podcast. Maybe you'd like to be a guest host on our podcast. Let us know. As always, be safe and enjoy your ride.